Hello, and I am back. I have recently watched this anime and I have given my stars to it. Three, two, one. Here we go. Compass 2.0. Actually, in here you can read the details on it. My personal opinion on the anime wasn't, I didn't know, I was just stepping into a new world, right? So it's a new world, just stepping into it, and new storyline, whatever. Then I figured out, as you can see at the top here, I figured out the actual point of this. So it was a game, right? So if I go back here, this was a game it made and it was released on iOS phones, really, in December 2016. What the fuck am I talking about? In 2016 it was made and it came out. Then they made a animation adaptation or an anime adaptation and it was released in 2025, which in April of 2025. And I don't know how to feel about it. On here it gives a rating of 5.3 out of 10. As you saw from here, the average rating is at 3.1. Ultimately, the animation, we're talking about the anime. The anime wasn't good. Of course, this is when you're watching the anime, and again, I'm watching the anime without the knowledge of knowing that this is a game. I've didn't only get to that conclusion until I looked it up after the series and I watched it and after I watched it and I came to the conclusion, oh, this was a game. And I was like, I guess that makes it worse. So the animation wasn't bad. The whole story it was confusing. It was very confusing. I don't know how I got through it truly. I can only say just watch it so you can understand where I have no words for it. I truly have no words. This might be the shortest. I don't even know if it could be the shortest because it's so in the middle. The show is so in the middle, right? And I might pop up some gameplay of the game, not from mine. I'll put the actual creators or the pictures up there of the game, but I don't know how to feel about the anime after knowing that it was a game. These people were talking about the game here, which I can pull up right here. These people in this thread were talking about the game, and you can pause and read that. And even at the bottom here, this is when they were talking about the animation. And they were saying it was pretty boring and unbearable. Of course, this person was whatever, but it doesn't seem real. These people were talking about the game and the show. It's very interesting to say the least. I don't play the game. I'm a huge fan of the characters and music. The music was pretty fun. Actually, I did like the music. The music was actually pretty good. Here's the thing. This anime, this show, you see how I'm repeating myself because I'm trying to find the right words. Let's just say this is the first of its kind in the series, because it's the first time I'm saying this. This show has every right to be really good, but the one thing that literally drives it to the ground is the storytelling. The storytelling is so bad, and I can show you here just to give you a representation on how I was feeling, right? The first episode, my head was hurting because the high pitch, some sounds weren't mixed good. Yeah, certain sounds weren't mixed good, and it's 2025, so I was okay. Maybe it's just something. No, the whole entire anime isn't mixed well at all. I got about to the third episode, and that's when the actual problem of the show presents itself. Then the next three episodes is literally character building for other characters and for the it's problem building as well. They're just building the crisis up slowly, and then from 7 to 12 it goes so fast, and more I want to say they force feed the information down your throat with what's going on, what's happening, And there's a lot of points that they could have maybe dragged this animation out to maybe 24 episodes, where they could do some OVAs or something where talked about the stories or have something, and they didn't. And this is the first of in this whole entire series where we'll have maybe adaptation from an actual game and not from a manga or web series, which they're doing nowadays is a lot of web series animations. But this is an adaptation from a game, and it seemed like the game had more story than the actual animation itself. Where a lot of people on this thread are saying, hey, it could have been pretty good, but it wasn't. And it came, and I'm getting information right now. It came out in the same season as, and same 4 seasons as To Be Hero X and My Hero Academia Vigilantes. So this was supposed to be a contender to those two, and someone says it was the weakest. It says probably due to wanting to introduce all characters at once. Hopefully, it settles down in the coming episodes, so we can focus on just a few characters. Not sure where the story intends to go now. Honestly, if I could give a rating out of 10, it would probably be a 4. The animation was good. Said the song choices were pretty good. I actually like the certain songs and stuff. It does sound like any normal fucking anime songs, but the end fight was heroic in some type of way. Just knowing nothing of the anime, it was just okay. Would I watch it again? Hell no. But if you haven't watched it, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. I truly wouldn't recommend watching this. And if you do want to watch it, just be warned. Your head is going to explode, and you're not gonna want to watch after episode 3. Actually, about episode 5, you don't want to watch it. They show you a character, and then that's not the main characters. Your two main characters are it. I don't even know who the main characters are. And after knowing this information, I don't know. But hey, if you enjoyed it, you let me know in the comments if you actually enjoyed this, or your comments over the animation or actual game. If you played the game, could you give me a basis over the game and how the game was or whatever? I can look it up and edit it for you so you can see, but could you give, if you played the game or if you watched this anime, could you give your opinion over it? I don't, I have nothing good or bad about it. It's just a meh anime. It's just meh. I just question the storytelling, really. I question, could you make the storytelling? What happened? What did y'all, it's like they went up to the storyboard and said, all right, we're going to do this. And then they kept with that the whole fucking, the whole time. They just kept with that. And they got to the 3rd episode and they were like, maybe we don't want to make it every episode there's something new. Let's just force feed everybody something when we get to it. And then they were like, we lost the plot, fucking force feed them information. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. But let's move on and to the next series in our, or my journey of watching every single anime. It will be Tis Time for Torture Princess, which has 24 episodes. Great. All right. Give a round of applause to nobody. I'm just saying shit at this point, bro. I was so confused. But oh, and if you want to comment down below this anime and what you can tell me on it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm out. Make good decisions, be safe, and develop critical thinking because it's lost in this world. Otherwise, it's been your boy Teddy. I'm out. Peace.